Right, so there's a rumor dropping today that Sadie Sink is playing Carly Cooper, and I feel like a lot of us already assume that. So if you don't know who Carly Cooper is, she is in the One More Day series, and she pretty much becomes Peter Parker's girlfriend for a short time, but then ends up leaving him, finding out that he's Spider-Man, and it's kind of like a deception to her. She also has a really cool small arc where she becomes Monster, which is kind of like a goblin. She got sprayed by the goblin spray and becomes one of the people in the army for the Goblin King, which obviously is Norman Osborn. But at the same time, we could have our Green Goblin. Here we go. And with it being more dark, she could also, knowing Peter's secret, she could almost be threatening to reveal it right after his secret is like, nobody knows who Peter Parker is. And it's almost like we're going over this again. I think it'd be kind of cool, and obviously to have her dive into the friend group, maybe bring in another Harry and whatnot. But it's weird because then we also go into clones and everything along those lines. So realistically, I don't think she's going to be a very big character. I feel like she'll be very short-lived, kind of like how Liz was in Homecoming. What do you guys think?
So that is allegedly who Sadie Sink is playing, not MJ, not Gwen Stacy, not the daughter of Spider-Man and MJ, Carly Cooper. So thank you, the Geekycast. Make sure to check the Geekycast out on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere. One of the most reliable and best creators there is. So, Carly Cooper, that is who Sadie Sink, who's mainly known for Stranger Things, is playing the former New York City Police Department officer, Peter Parker's ex-girlfriend, and she was transformed by the Goblin Serum, but has since been returned back to normal. And I also think, based on what the Geekcast has said, although it's just rumor mill stuff, neither confirmed or verified, but it is interesting because, God, videos were going viral of her being like a massive role. Look, lads and ladettes, yeah, sure, she's a character in Stranger Things, but she hasn't really done much outside of that, so it's interesting. So that is allegedly who she's going to be playing, Carly Cooper. So there is so much to go over to do with Spider-Man Brand New Day. We'll be covering it a lot on this channel, but we're not going to be making 10 different videos a day. But just like we have done with Marvel, DC, and the Monsterverse over the last few years, I will be covering Spider-Man A Brand New Day extensively. So, you know Marvel is cooking, right? When we got the reveal trailer of the new suit, a lot of y'all don't watch anime, but when Tom Holland started bouncing from side to side, he was literally doing the Goku Dragon Ball Z hype before he's just about to get into a sick fight, which tells me Daniel Dustin Cretton is an anime guy. As we know, I don't actually agree with live action anime. He is going to be directing a Naruto live action movie. So does this mean we're going to be getting some anime references throughout this movie? That is absolutely insane. So like we said previously, there's a lot of rumors going around, but whether they're true or not, it doesn't really matter. But a lot of people are making out a lot of stuff's happening, and then it's not happening. So, as we know, Professor Hulk, wuss boy, wuss Hulk, no one likes him because the Hulk's supposed to be an absolute savage Hulk, right? The issue is, everyone wants a World Hulk movie. The issue is, Universal still owns the rights to the Hulk, yet no one believes me. Yet we've not had a Hulk movie, even though they've had the rights. But what's due? We kind of had a standoff between Wolverine and the Hulk in Deadpool and Wolverine. What? For like a split second. So, the most recent rumor of how Savage Hulk comes back into the MCU. We've never really had Savage Hulk. We've had a angry Hulk. We've never had Savage Hulk. Let's be honest, there's this narrative going around that Mr. Negative is going to be manipulating the Punisher to fight Spider-Man and be manipulating Hulk into getting angry again. And that's pretty much what people are saying. Is that true? I don't know. Is Mr. Negative in this movie? I don't know. Just because we see a logo of the Inner Demons, sure, they're heavily connected with Mr. Negative. That doesn't actually mean that is how, if or when, it actually does take place. So, Marvel is absolutely cooking. Today, Tuesday morning, we've got the stunt double swinging through Glasgow on the absolutely insane rig that they have built. So, I'm not going to say where rumors are coming from anymore because then I just start trolling the scoopers. So let's just talk about them. So, Brand New Day will have a darker tone similar to Kraven the Last Hunt. I mean, sure, I don't believe where it's coming from, but I believe it will be a much darker tone movie. But then at the same time, you also have rumors saying, yeah, the Punisher's not going to be R-rated. He's going to be a softer version of Punisher. Which one is it? The Punisher is still has his murderous psychopath self, but will have a weaponry to deal with the threats like Spider-Man and the Hulk. So there is a new suit on the special presentation Punisher show. Might be one of the few Disney Plus shows I watch, obviously on the Punisher, that's set before the most recent season of the Netflix show. Who is manipulating Frank Castle into wanting to fight Spider-Man? He ain't just going to rock up and start fighting Spider-Man. Who is manipulating him? Mr. Neg. Is Mr. Negative even in this movie? We don't know, because there's a lot to go over. It's looking likely, but I'm not going to say, yeah, 100% Mr. Negative's in this movie. So, Scorpio will apparently have a prominent role, but he's not the main villain. Okay, what's interesting is, it seems to be a trend most recently with the actor in movies teasing stuff. Jamie Foxx teased that he was in this movie. Matthew Monaday, who is in Godzilla X Kong 3, teased Space Godzilla. Well, Maiko Mando teased a panel from a comic book, hinting Scorpio may become the host for Venom. Does this mean this is how the part of this symbiote that was left in the Earth 616? Is this how Venom's going to come to this universe? As we know, the rumors that Tom Holland's Spider-Man was going to be fighting Tom Hardy's Venom. Apparently that's all fake news, but I really hope one day we do get Tom Hardy and Tom Holland fighting Spider-Man Venom. But are they going to introduce Venom via Scorpion? Who knows? Is this really how Hulk's going to get angry? Because if we go by Funko Pops and stuff, are we going to get a Venom Hulk? And that's why Hulk is going to go absolutely freaking insane. Now that would be better. That would be a better way of doing it, because we all want Spider-Man to die, right? Well, we don't, but we do, so he can come back and the Venom symbiote attaches to him, and that is how we get the symbiote Venom Spider-Man going into Doomsday. And that really should be the post-credit scene going into Avengers Doomsday. I really hope that is how and when they are cooking. But who knows what is true with all these fake scoopers going around. So, Zendaya is actually in Glasgow to support Tom Holland, but won't be filming scenes there. She does have an important role in this film, but won't have substantial amount of screen time. Absolute freaking cap. If she's in this movie, it's substantial. Doesn't matter how much time person has in a movie. It's the impact they have on the movie that actually makes it make sense in the sense of how prominent they are. It's not the screen time, because if you're a bad actor, to be fair, Zendaya is actually better in shows like Euphoria. I think they kind of nerf her acting ability when she plays the Spider-Man role. Her role in Spider-Man, to be fair. So, there's a lot of rumors going around that Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio won't be in this movie. He will be in this movie. And then they're like, yeah, Daredevil won't be in this movie, but he will be in this movie. But somehow you got Punisher. I think it's pretty much in the contract that every Spider-Man movie has to have some kind of Avengers, right? We went over in the last video that it's basically, yeah, it's a rumor out there that that Sam Wilson's Avengers will turn up to try and convince Spider-Man to join his team throughout the movie. So I'm not saying this is true, but Geeky Cass, pretty reliable guy, put this post up recently and says this. Okay, so I was told is that they are currently working on a deal to include Kingpin as the behind-the-scenes villain for Brand New Day, despite D'Onofrio said there's a path forward for him to be involved in this movie. Marvel wants it, he wants it, Holland wants it, and even Sony wants it. And I believe that. Why? Because the better this movie does, the more money Sony makes, and you can tie it into the Daredevil shows, so on and so forth. So it says this. If a deal doesn't get done, they'll reference a shadow figure but won't reveal it to be him. It's definitely centered on the anti-vigilante act that Kingpin put in place. If Kingpin does get included, he will be the one who gets Hulk to turn savage. That makes a lot more sense to me than Mr. Negative. He wants more public support, and getting the Hulk to tear through the city would be a way for him to get the general public to turn against the vigilantes. My understanding is that Martin Liu will be introduced, but I don't think he's going to be Mr. Negative during the film. And despite the obvious route they could take, Dragon's Breath isn't going to be what turns him savage. As of right now, they want to introduce him, potentially use him as a villain if they go the Miles Morales route and Spider-Man 5 and 6. Eventually, Miles Morales will be introduced. Even Tom Holland wants that. The central theme of this film is going to be Spider-Man finding Peter Parker within himself. He's battling the loss of his identity the fact he has consumed the Spider-Man identity and dealing with the public turn against him. So I think that's quite realistic. And even though there's some weird clause that it appears that, you know, Daredevil and other characters can't appear in Spider-Man, new deals, new contracts, new licensing, it can all be changed. It's all subject to change. So like I say, doesn't really matter where this information is coming from, realistically. It's all rumors and it all could be true. So this movie, they are absolutely cooking. Whether it's Mr. Negative or Kingpin, it all points one thing to me. Spider-Man PS4 is literally this game with the combination of other stuff. Now, I personally think multiverse aspects need to be in this movie more. Sure, there's going to be some tying connection with Avengers, etc., turning up to show connective tissue towards Avengers Doomsday. We know the Russo brothers are probably going to direct the post-credit scene, even though their post-credit scenes suck ass. But it is what it is. I guess they're in charge of Doomsday and Secret Wars, so they're going to have some involvement. But Marvel is absolutely cooking on the street level. Punisher looks fantastic. The new Spider-Man suit looks fantastic. Daredevil suit looks fantastic, even though I think the Disney Plus Daredevil show was kind of lame. The suit at least looked pretty good. And if we are going to get a better Hulk, and if Hulk is going to be savage, because let's be honest, regardless of what version of Hulk we get, even if it's Venom-based Hulk, is a Hulk, boy Hulk, as I call him, the current Hulk wouldn't be able to do much. Now we've got cosmic entities like the Sentry, like Captain Marvel. Yeah, the boy Hulk would get absolutely bodied, which is cool. So, are they going to introduce Venom via Scorpio? We don't know. That would be sick. If Kingpin is actually behind everything, that would be better than Mr. Negative, let's be honest, because there's a lot of tying connective tissue from previous shows and previous stuff we've seen. Introducing Mr. Negative would be cool, but just because the Interdemon logo appeared on the tank, but it's kind of disappeared now, that's supposed to be Punisher's tank. It's going to be pretty cool because Punisher, Hulk, Spider-Man, they're all going to be fighting each other. Early on in the movie, a lot of rumors said it was like the third act. That makes literally no sense unless Hulk and Punisher are the villains of the movie, which they're not. It'll make sense that someone's manipulating the Punisher and the Hulk. Because why would they start fighting Spider-Man? He's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Even though we don't know the identity of him, and they don't. I mean, I did a joke on TikTok, but none of you actually watched the movie, so you didn't understand what I was on about. If you've seen it, let me know down below. Someone's going to have to manipulate him early on in the movie. And then it'll be revealed who's behind everything. I can't see it being Scorpio, let's be honest, or Scorpion. Let's be honest. Hopefully it's Kingpin, but if it's Mr. Negative, Spider-Man PS4 absolutely bangs, so that's basically where this is going. They're going to have their kind of variation of the Sinister Six, if you like. There's supposed to be a sequence being filmed at some point where Punisher goes into a bar, allegedly. There's a fight scene with Frank in a bar against several villains in Brand New Day. No one believed him. I got the same description. Believe me, lots of Marvel class C villains, no powers in close setting versus the Punisher. That would be cool. And I really hope they would push Spider-Man to a UK 15. But you've seen all the fake rumors now from certain kind of pages, stuff like this. Oh, Miss Marvel to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Oh, Warstu to be in Brand New Day. You know, like the fake rumors. I honestly think Doctor Doom should appear in Brand New Day because we need the connective tissue. I know you lads always love the grounded level stuff, but Hulk is not a grounded level person. He really isn't. It's like always, guys, that's all the rumors. That's how Hulk gets turned. That's who Sadie Sink's apparently playing. And I've told you most of the movie. And don't be worried because they will film most of the important stuff on sound stages. We already know this. The stuff they're filming publicly, they want you to see it. Tom Holland's little brother is literally vlogging what he's doing on set. I don't think they're going to post it. I just think Tom Holland does that for so he can look back on stuff. But it would be cool if he did post it. And like always, guys, there are a bunch of fake Spider-Man fans out on Twitter. If you know, you know what I'm on about. It's funny. Yo, Tom Holland sucks, and then you're saying he's great. Interesting. But you know me, I'm a little bit of a troll sometimes. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu, check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, and check us out on TikTok, WWarstu. Like always, check out the Geekycast. Pretty cool guy, pretty cool source. And I'll catch you guys in another video very soon. Catch ya later.